We back. Coming at you with another video from chillrelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on amazon.com. We back. Tell me where you from when you come in. Where you from? 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 Represent your city. Where you from? Represent your city. Represent your town. Where you from? You already Montgomery in the house. Alabama. What's that? They like football in Alabama. They always say, well, go Bucks. They like football in Alabama. No, that's Ohio State. I think they say go Bucks. Yeah, I could be wrong about that. I know they like football in Alabama. Yeah, that's funny. Every time somebody from Alabama, from the University of Alabama, do a press conference, at the end of the press conference, I always shout out the football team. I know I'm not the only one to notice that. Oh man, that's funny. You know, that's funny. So like this video, share this video. So yeah, that's you know what I'm talking about, John. San Diego. Oh, you retired Navy. Hey, Troy, when you got out? Just got off work. I fell asleep. No offense. You fell asleep at work? Shit. What? 2093? What the hell are you talking about, Troy? That's a mistype. A typo. $2003. Okay. You did 20 years or 20 plus? What was your job in the Navy? You did 21? What was your job? I was an MM. Machinist mate. You did 21, maybe. AMS? Okay. Did you go overseas? Any? Did you go to Japan, Australia? Did you do Westpac? Okay, you did Westpac. Okay, yeah, I did Westpac, man. That's the only thing I did is Westpac. I did 4 years, and I got out, man. And you, yeah, we ain't got no pro teams here. So it's either roll. Yeah, it's Roll Tide. That's what they say. Yeah, that's it. Well, I don't know what University of Alabama at. Shit, I never been to Alabama. So I don't know. It's Roll Tide. That's what they be saying. What up, Andy? Yeah, man, I got a lot of stories about Westpac, Troy. I tell I think out of all my stories I told on here, it's probably 20%. I got stories for days. Some of the stuff I can never talk about on here. Not in an open forum anyway. Yeah, some of the stuff I could never tell on here because people they're not ready for that. Some of the stuff, Troy, Troy, you can speak to this. Some of the stuff that I've experienced, and even some of the stuff you have experienced, people wouldn't believe it. They would be like, you lying, man. That ain't happened like that, man. You know, it's, yeah. So people wouldn't believe it. They'd be like, come on, man. You're full of it. University of Alabama is in Tuscaloosa. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. L. Anthony. Hey, how far is that from Atlanta? Actually, Australia, they wouldn't believe it. Yeah, especially in Australia. You got that right. Hey, I didn't even believe it, Troy. When I first went to Australia, I couldn't believe it. I almost cried. I almost cried, not because of how I was being treated, though. It was much deeper than that. You know? Yeah, it's wild, man. Yeah, you know. The Black Americans, Black Americans, I don't know what you're trying to say, Troy. That's the woman. Yeah, I was hanging out with the Aborigines out there for the most part. I didn't mess with the white women too much out there. Yeah, they do love us out there. That's true. Yeah, I know a lot of guys. They moved to Australia when they got out of the Navy. Man, they ain't never came back over here to America. They live in Australia right now. Some guys got jobs over there, and some guys got married. I was like, yo, I ain't going that far. Yeah, them dudes. I thought you thought about living over there. Yeah. I mean, uh, Australia is a Commonwealth, so you got some strict laws over there. Now, that. Hey, man. But I think it's doable. It's doable. It's I could do Australia. If I can do Japan for 3.5 years, I know I can do Australia. Because Japan is a very hard place to live. Oh man. Phew. Man. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Atlanta. Oh, it's 3 hours. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, because I know Birmingham is like what 2 hours, right? You know, I've seen signs in Atlanta pointing towards Birmingham. Yeah, man. Yeah, but a lot of guys that I was in the Navy with, man, they went to a lot of them moved to Thailand, Vietnam, Australia, um, I think that's where the majority of them at. In Japan, some in Japan, not a lot in Japan though, not a lot. It's more in Australia than Japan. Guys like you that retired, Troy, them dudes, they live in like places like Vietnam and Thailand because Thailand is so cheap, so they can live like a king over there, basically. Roppongi, now Roppongi's not the same no more, Troy. It's changed a lot. I went back to Japan to visit 2016. Japan is not the same. It's very conservative now, like super conservative. I mean, if you think it was conservative before, oh boy, why you didn't give the Navy 20 years and get that pension check? I didn't have plans to do 20 years. I just had plans to do 4 years. That's it. So how you like Charlotte? I just moved up here for a developer at Duke Energy. Charlotte is okay, man. Pierre, I lived here before. I lived here 7 years, and I moved to Atlanta for 6 years, and I just moved back 2 months ago. It's okay, man. You know. Well, how do you like it, Pierre? So far? Yeah, that treatment is. I went to Kuala Lumpur. One step ahead. One step ahead in Japan. He like Roppongi. It's very conservative in Japan now. It wasn't like that in the 90s, in the early 2000s. It's not just not enough professional venues. Professional venues like what? What do you want to do, Pierre? Exactly. So professional venues as far as what? Be specific. Yeah, see, Troy, it's not like that now. It's not off the chain no more. Those clubs that were open in the 90s, they closed down. Like the Vietti's, Vietti's gone, been gone. And there was another club that was open there. They gone, man. Originally from London, working and living in Tokyo. Yeah, I remember one step ahead. Many classy ladies and who are pros, not just these weed wearing mascots. I think it depends on where you go, where you hang out at, Pierre. This depends on where you hang out at. It depends on where you work at Duke Power. Well, uh, you work downtown, Pierre. You work at the Duke building downtown, or you work downtown. Well, you got they down. You in the right place, Pierre. Downtown. You might have to filter out. A lot of them corporate chicks. They put on a persona, so you might have to do a little filtering. A lot of them are undercover. You know. you know. Yeah, they undercover. A lot of them women that work in the corporate, that work in the office. They ain't too much. They ain't too much different. This is based on my experience. Hotels are replacing the clubs in Roppongi for the Olympics. Yeah, they're trying to prepare for the Olympics. That's true. Girls here are very passive aggressive. Oh hell yeah, very passive aggressive in Japan. I think that's a part of their upbringing in Japan, as far as them being passive aggressive. I mean, you can talk to a girl in Japan. You be having a good time, and you be like, "Yeah, I'm feeling this girl, man. I think she likes me and everything." Man, that might be the last time you see that woman. What happens is you done said or done something she didn't like, so you won't hear from her no more. You call her, she don't answer. You text her, she don't answer. She done blocked you. And if you see her by any chance, maybe a couple months later, you'd be like, "Hey, what happened? How come you don't call me? You don't answer my phone?" Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're a nice guy. She'll hit you with that. You know, that happens I think that happens to every guy that moves to Japan at least once. Because if you're new moving there, you don't know. You just learning. You're in American mode or Western mode. You're used to the Western way of doing things. That don't work in Japan that well. True shopping about the girl happened to me. Yeah, that happened. It happened. It happens. It happened to me a lot when I was over there. You need a rich Japanese girl, and you won't spend a dime the whole time. Yeah, the Japanese girls that have money, they fall in between. But you're right about that, Troy. The Japanese girl with money, they'll show you around, and you see what Japan is really all about. That's true. I agree with that, Troy, 100%. You got to break down them corporate chicks like a double barrel shotgun. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Nah, what it is, LF? You got to get them out of that office. You get them out of that office. That's how you get at them. Because they got put on that persona at work. You know, they put on that persona at work. But you'd be thinking, oh man, she's my type of girl at work. You get her outside of work, you'd be like, whoa, whew, man, she putting them down, boy. They're like, whoa, wait, slow down. Hey, man, you a heavy drinker. Yeah, man, women be stressed out at that job, man. Purple girls mainly dig for the white guys. Yeah, a lot of them corporate girls do want to get with the white guys, but they can't do it. Most of them. Most of the time, they can't do it. White guys ain't really rocking with a lot of them girls like that. I mean, it's always a select few, but a lot of times you're gonna end up being the side chick. Learn the language and make them laugh. Yeah, that's true. If you learn the language, if you learn how to speak Japanese, a lot of girls are very impressed by that. And when you start having conversation with them, just knowing the language, um, that will get the girls to relax around you. Just that one thing, and you don't have to learn how to speak it. You don't have to learn how to speak fluent. As long as you can have a conversation with her, just that, she will be impressed by that. And she'll be interested in you. Yeah. Yeah. And the conversation and your interacting with her will be smooth. And that's the purpose for this video, because when you're around women or just people in general, but especially women, you should be around women that it should be easy for you to get along with them. You shouldn't have to go back and forth. You should be around, I'm gonna say 80% of the time when you're around a woman, it should be easy going. Of course you're gonna have disagreements. You might have an argument every once in a while, but it ain't gonna be so, it shouldn't be like a big blow up. She flip out and start acting crazy. No drama allowed. You should be around, when you're around a woman, you should not be tense. You should not be stressed. You shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't be around people where it's like you have to walk around on eggshells to be around them. You shouldn't have to hold back. You shouldn't have to watch what you say. You shouldn't be around women like that. You got to get away from those people. I always say people are either pushing you forward or holding you back. That's just what it is. A lot of times, us guys, we've been around so many people that's hard to get along with. We think that's normal. No, it's not. It's not. That's not normal at all. You shouldn't have to negotiate for everything. You shouldn't have to beg her to come over. Come on. What are we doing out here? Either she's an addition or a subtraction. Because you got to look at it like you're only as good as the people that you have around you. So, like I always say, most women are trash, and most guys are weak. So, most women you meet, they're gonna be trash out here. They're not gonna be somebody that you want to take home to mom on a weekly basis. You probably not gonna meet a woman every week that you want to take home to mom. It's probably not gonna happen. Not every week. Maybe once a month. You might meet a woman, like, you know what, she alright. I think she, but not once a week. No. And people, a lot of women, they know how to put their best foot forward. They've been taught that by their mothers. And their mothers have a lot of influence on them. And the reason why they act the way they do is because their mothers have a lot. They learn from their mother. We tend to model what we saw when we was growing up, or what we saw when we was in the street, or however we grew up, whatever we did. That's how it is. Some people learn better, of course. Say some people that learn better after a while, because some people be like, hey, I don't want to be like my dad. I don't want to be like my mom. I want to be better than them. But those numbers are too far in between. It takes a lot of work to learn from bad habits. Yeah. They got sprung, but it got to be the right one. But it takes a lot of work to change and develop new habits. So hey, see, The problem when people start to make changes, you got to strip down and get rid of the old habits first. So you have to basically deprogram yourself, deprogram your mind, and then put the new information in there, like a computer. And then you gotta keep doing it over and over. So it becomes like, natural. Repetition is the mother's skill. That's what they said in the Napoleon Hill book, Think and Grow Rich. So yeah, that's a lot of work. Most people don't have the discipline for that. That's why when it comes to developing a new habit, most people quit. Most people quit because they don't have the discipline. This is why I know doesn't matter what I do in life, what field, what software I start, if I'm online, if I have a website, or even when I wrote my first book, the second book mainly, people said it would flop. They said nobody will never read any of your books, and they were wrong. See, I knew they were wrong because I just know me. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. So whenever you're trying to do something new, it's gonna be hard in the beginning. It's gonna be difficult. But if you stay in long enough, and when the smoke clears, that's when you're gonna have a major breakthrough. But most people, they don't even make it past the smoke. They don't even make it past the door. In most cases, most people they don't even get started. So I'm like, so I know if I stick it out long enough, I'm gonna win eventually, because I'm not gonna stop. So that's how that math usually works out. So regardless of what I do, I'm not gonna give up. Giving up is not an option. It's not. I don't even think like that. I mean, if I start a new project, I'm not thinking about if it doesn't work, what I'm gonna do. That doesn't even cross my mind. I'm thinking about as many ideas and concepts and strategies that I can come up with. Because I know I'm gonna have to navigate. I know I'm gonna have some type of difficulty. I know I'm gonna have to get past some obstacle, some person, somebody, something along the way. That's just a part of the game. But if you have the weak people around you, or you have people that are trash around you, they're gonna sabotage what you have. You're never going to get to the place you want to be, even if you're great. There's always going to be a glass ceiling over your head because you got these people around you that's willing to sabotage you without you even knowing it in most cases. Not only will they sabotage you, they'll sabotage you and laugh at you behind your back and then and act like, hey, what happened? I thought you had it all together, and act like they ain't had nothing to do with it. So you have people around you that undermine you. You can't have that. You got to cut those people out of your life. You only live one life. Some people say, hey, you come back. Okay, maybe so. I don't know. But as far as I know, you only live one life in this body. I have one life in this body. For a fact. I know that for a fact. Maybe I might come back and as somebody else. All right, cool, great. But for now, I got one life in this body and I'm trying to live it to the fullest. And that's what you should do too. But it's going to be very difficult to do that if you're surrounded by people that don't have your best interests. Just because she looked good, just because she talked good, that really don't mean much. A lot of people can talk a good game, but when it's time to show and prove, that's a different thing. So like this video, share this video. So you just have to be the best you can be at all times. And even that's gonna push at least 50% of the people away from you. If you always striving to get better and striving to do big things, or at least things that's uncommon to most people. So what you should strive to be uncommon. See, when you strive to be uncommon, let me tell you what happens. People gonna look at you and they'll be like, oh, he trying to be, he on some other stuff. I ain't trying to be on that. So they're gonna fall back in their little comfort zone. And that's good. They're doing you a favor. Because you don't have to weave them out. They taking themselves out. So that's gonna take 40, 50% of the people, 50% of the women away from you right there. If you always striving to do better and do uncommon things. So be uncommon. Yeah. Yeah, be uncommon, man. You should do things that you like doing sometimes. Don't do things that you dislike doing all the time. You should do things that you like doing sometimes. If you work out, whatever hobbies you got, do it. Make time for it, even if it's on the weekends, even if it's after work. And try to get people involved and see what happens. And that's going to tell you a lot about them. And that's going to tell you a lot of how they see you. They might not be feeling you like that. And if that's the case, cool. That's cool. Because you don't have to build with everybody that you come in contact with. You don't need everybody. You don't need everybody. All you need is a handful of people. That's it. See, at the end of the day, when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to have 50 people there by your deathbed, 100 people. No. You're going to have less than 10 people at your deathbed. Wherever you're home or in the hospital, wherever you at, it's going to be less than 10 people there, brother. That's it. This is why you should not waste your time around women that they just don't got your back. They don't have your best interests. Some of them just don't like you. Straight up. And that's cool. Everybody's not for everybody. Some people is just around just to smash. And that's cool too. But you should take them for what they're worth. Just that, the smash. And when it's time for them to leave, get up out of here. And when it's time for you to cut them off and move on. But don't be spending a lot of time with them. And don't be investing a lot of your resources or whatever you have of value with them, because if that's all they think of themselves is just giving away their body, and they don't have anything else to bring to the table, that's on them. I mean, look, there's a lot of broken people out here. You have the broken and the unbroken. And the broken people like attaching themselves to the unbroken. They're coming after you. You guaranteed. Some broken woman is at your job trying to get at you 9 times out of 10. That's just how that is. Every once in a while, she has to make a pass at you. They avoid girls with daddy issues, mental disorders, women who work in the sex industry. Also, stay away from single mothers. You always come in second place. Well, yeah, girls with daddy issues, yeah, mama issues too. There's some. Let me tell you, there's some mothers out here who's trash. I mean, in this country, they throw guys under the bus all the time. But I'm telling you, there's some mothers out here, they're trash, man. So a woman that was raised by a parent that's like that, man, she gonna be giving you a hard time, man. This is why a lot of these women are so masculine. They'll do anything to demasculate you, and they don't even realize it. In some cases, they just the way they talk, just the way they dress, and let me tell you something. If a woman is into you, she's gonna be very conscious of how she dresses, how she looks, how she talks. Now, if she let herself go and pick up weight all of a sudden, and she just eating anything, her attraction is very low towards you. You already know. It ain't a woman on this planet that's gonna let herself go if she knows her man likes her to be a certain type of way. Ain't no. I saw this when I was growing. I saw my mom like this when I was growing up. My mom was 70. I'm gonna use my mom as an example. My mom didn't really stop dressing until she was late 70s. She still was wearing the big hats and the dress and the jewelry. She still was sparkling at 75, baby. It ain't just my mom I saw doing that. So if a woman is still attracted to her man, because women, especially women that get married, they always want validation from the man. They always do. So she's gonna do what it takes to keep her man, because she knows there's women out here that's trying to take him. So if a woman don't care, she would start wearing tights like she going to the gym every day. And he says, and a lot of these girls are popping pills too, by the way. That's why a lot of these girls have disorders, mental disorders. A lot of them are popping all kind of pills, antidepressants, blood thinners. A lot of them are sick. There's all kind of stuff around with these women. They can't even make it to 40 without popping some type of pill today. Now, I'm not saying all, but there's a lot of them out here that's like that. And when you get to know them, and you go in that bathroom and open that medicine cabinet, and there's some pills in there you can't even spell, you can't even pronounce. You're like, what's this for? You read the label, Said it's for high blood pressure. Oh man. Then she might slip out and tell you, I used to take antidepressants 5 years ago. You say, hey, how long you were taking them pills? 7 years. You took antidepressants for 7 years? Jesus Christ. And then you ask her, why'd you take it? Why you were depressed? She can't even explain why. She can't even explain why she was depressed. And then if you ask a question, well, you lost your job, or your parents were sick, or your kids were sick, your husband was sick. No. So why you were depressed? I said, I don't really know. This is a common thing. It's like they give some broad statement like, oh, I had anxiety all the time. But where the anxiety came from, though? Well, you have stressed out at your job? No. You don't know what anxiety came from? Well, not sure. Oh my God. This is what you're dealing with out here. Yeah, a lot of them corporate women are like that. A lot of women work in the office are like that. He said, stay away from single mothers. Well, yeah, if a woman have kids, well, of course, the kids are always going to be first. And that makes sense. The kids should be first. That makes sense. What's your view about brothers dating these other groups of women who lack being submissive to us? If a woman ain't submissive to you, she ain't your woman. Period. Point blank, period. That's my view on that. One step ahead. So you just fooling yourself. If a woman ain't submissive, I'm out of there. I'm not saying she got to be like that at first. But over time, if I'm going back and forth, I'm not going back and forth for nobody. No. That combativeness, oh no. Deuces. She ain't your woman. Hey, when she go to that job, she's very submissive. She get in line. She's on her P's and Q's when she go to that job that she claims she hates. But when it's time to make time for you, all of a sudden the rules change. I don't put up with that nonsense. That's my view on that. One step ahead. I think a lot of guys need to follow their wife or the girlfriend at work with a camera. If you could do it, I mean, you can't do it, but if you could do it, man, some guys would be shocked. Some guys would be shocked. If you could see how your woman act at work, man, you'd be like, she's like a different person at work. Man, I don't even get this type of treatment. But the boss do. But you don't. So you don't think you deserve the same level of treatment like the boss do at work? Come on, man. What are we doing out here? Yeah, you all into the job. And you know what the excuse a lot of women make? I gotta get paid. Yeah, but you don't gotta sell your soul. See, it's not all about the money at the job. At the job, it's about being included. It's about they like being in those circles. That's what that's about. It's not just about the money. And this is why a lot of women get fooled, bamboozled, tricked. They'll get that job and destroy their families. And then they'll look back, they'll be 40, 50 years old, sitting in a rocking chair by themselves. And the man that they used to be with, he done moved on and got him another woman and a family. And they'll be like, oh, he was no good, blah, 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 this and that. And you know what they say? One woman's trash is the next woman's treasure. And the other woman, his new wife is looking like, I don't know what that your ex-wife was talking about. He's the best thing smoking over here. Yeah, they be sleeping with the boss. And these women, look, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna say at least half of these women that work in these offices, they'll do anything to keep their job. Anything. Do all kind of things. Because these companies have company outings. It's company outings. They'll say, "Oh, we're working." Yeah, of course, Asian women. Of course. Happened to you once? What happened to you? What happened to you? One step ahead. They have these company outings. Oh, I'm going to work. Oh, wait, today's Saturday. Yeah, we're gonna be at a house. What? We're going out of town. The whole group going out of town. Like, what? What kind of work this is? Man, please. Yeah, company retreats. They call it team building. Yeah, team building, all right. Yeah, right. I wasn't born yesterday. I don't claim to know everything. But I'm not stupid. And then when she come back home to you after these company retreats, she's acting all different. Because the energy is changed. And these girls get turned out, man. And her energy changed. And she doesn't even realize it. Well, one step ahead, this is a common thing. The company retreats is a common thing, man. This is not unusual. But then she'll get turned out at the office at these company retreats, and she'll come home to you and start saying little slick stuff from time to time, and the energy gonna change between y'all. You're gonna pick up on it, but she gonna be so mind blown, she ain't gonna even realize it until shit hits the fan. A woman's a woman at the end of the day. She's only loyal to her own beliefs and fantasy. Yeah, pretty much. So if that happens, she ain't your woman. She's the boss woman now. So you got two choices. One, you already know that something happened with somebody at work. It's just something happened with somebody at work. Maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's the boss, or whatever. So that's just reality. So either you're gonna accept that, or you're gonna plan to leave. That you only got two options. All right, Troy, take it easy. Yeah, so it's like this stuff happens all the time, man. Not it's not unusual at all. See, a lot of people think it happens with guys more so than women, but now it happens with women more. Because you got to think about it. There ain't so many it ain't but so many leadership positions in these jobs, and most of those guys are getting at the women, or maybe the women are getting at the guys in the leadership position. Yeah, you left. Well, you know, sometimes one step ahead. Check this out. Sometimes some women don't come home and act a fool. Some women just keep everything going like normal. And the husband, he might have an idea, but he just won't say anything. He'll be cool with it. As long as the check keep coming in, everything all right. You could have done it that way one step ahead. If she doesn't submit, I believe the man should be head of the household and she not your woman. Quantified troubleshooter. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, if she ain't submissive to you, she ain't your woman. I did a video about this twice, and a lot of guys didn't like that. A lot of guys didn't like that video. That rubbed a lot of guys the wrong way. Plenty more women out there. There's a lot of women out here, but it's not as I'm gonna say it's not as easy as it used to be to find the right woman for you one step ahead. See, that's what this whole thing is really all about. Finding the right woman for you. You can say there's a bunch of quality women out here. Yeah, okay, yeah. But just because she's quality, that doesn't mean she's the right woman for you. You know? I mean, I know a lot of quality women, but they're just not for me. Like for example, like there's some women I know, I like them, but they're antisocial. They don't like being around people. They hate people. I mean, not all of them, but at least two of them. They just hate being around people. They can't stand being around people. So when it's time for us to go somewhere where it's like around friends, associates, that scares them to death. They start getting nervous. I mean, they might go, they might come, but they'll get so. One girl was so nervous she was shaking. So I can't be with somebody like that long term, because I'm a very social guy. I know people worldwide. But that's not going to work. Now, some guys don't have a problem with a woman being antisocial. They'll be like, hey, well, we can just be around each other and it's all good. That might work for some guys, but that ain't going to work for me. You know, that's bad business. That's not going to work. I'm around people all the time. I'm around couples all the time. Meet Japanese girls from Tokyo have grown up with just their mothers, as the fathers were mainly out of the household. Oh yeah, one thing about if one thing I over there in Japan, if the mom didn't get married to the mom, if the dad didn't get married to the mom, the 9 times out of 10, that dad gonna be gone. He's not gonna be in the picture at all. That's the thing. That's something that a lot of people don't realize. These other groups of guys, man, they're kind of raw with that. They straight up deadbeats. It's like if they don't like the mom, he gone. The hell with that kid. This happens a lot with these other groups of guys in these other countries like Japan, China, Thailand. Yeah. Most of them are side chicks. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, most single Japanese moms are more than likely they were side. If they're not divorced, more than likely they were side chicks. Or over there they said mistress. Oh man. Hey, like the video. Share the video. They say mistress over there. Yeah, side chicks for salary, man. Yeah, one thing about living in Japan, if you're a guy, if you're a guy that have a good paying job with a big company in Japan, the world is your oyster over there. You can be a Japanese guy, let's say you late 30s, 40s, man, the world is your oyster over there. You get all the young girls at the job. And the thing that a lot of the girls that work the jobs feel obligated to do what the boss wants, regardless of what it is. That's the thing. That's another thing that's interesting. So it's like if this girl gets a job with this company, it's here in America too, because there's some a lot of there's some Japanese companies here in America. But if the girl gets a job with a Japanese company or one of those might be a third party company, if she gets a job with this company, in her mind she feels obligated to do what the boss wants, regardless of what it is. And this is young to the old woman. But they don't want the old woman, but if she's a young girl, she feels obligated from day one. She's already in her mind made a commitment. If she's coming from Japan. Now, if she's born and raised in America, that's a different story. She's Americanized. That's why most single moms on Asian dating sites go after us brothers. White guys want their own kid, but they ain't staying. Well, the reason why they go after us is because I think it's a lot of these women, they're not getting play like that. They're not really getting the attention from those guys in their group like that. And that has a lot to do with it. And a lot of these women are not going to be able to live up to the expectations of those guys either. They're not going to be able to compete with those other women. And they know that. So if she's in her mid 30s, she's kind of wanna expand her horizon, start meeting other guys if she can, but in her mind it's a very uncomfortable thing because they're not raised to do that. They're not raised to date out. So even the women that want to date out probably won't do it because they've been so mentally programmed. That program is strong in Japan, man. So she might be a 40-year-old chick. She might try to. It's going to take her maybe years before she just have a conversation with somebody else besides the Japanese guy. You know, that program is strong over there. But it's going to be some women, they're just not going to date out at all. They're just going to die by themselves. It's going to die by themselves. They'll end up, what they usually do, if the girl is, let's say the girl is 40, what she'll do, she'll end up getting with a Japanese guy that's in the 50s. A Japanese guy that's, say, 55 and she's 40, that's a young girl for him. If he's 55, 60, 40, that's a young girl for him. So that's a good, that's good. She'll do that and she'll get tired of that too. Because 9 times out of 10, that 55, 60-year-old Japanese guy, he's married. He already has a family already. So she's the mistress. But she's going to get tired of that too. After a couple years, she'll get tired of that. Then she'll start going to the club. Or she'll try to meet one of her friends that's probably talking to some American dude or military guy or something like that. So she'll try to get close to that girl with the intent of meeting guys. A lot of them will do this. This happens all the time. I mean, she's very uncomfortable. So if she gets what she figures, if she get with one of her friends, let her friend introduce her to a guy. That way it's kind of an easier process because she's already nervous and uncomfortable at the same time. But see, when we, as you know, I was in the Navy, when we go to these other countries, we're in the military, or when you get a job in these other countries, we don't know this. You know, we don't know. Age is a very important thing over there. We don't know this. We think that it's just like the same way it is over there. It's just like here in America. No. Oh, no. Not at all. No. There's a reason why these guys get married over there early. It's not just because they want to have babies. You know, a lot of these women get sick. Get sick. This is not an uncommon thing. It's not uncommon. And they don't last long. Physically, they don't got the genes. Oh, they might look good in the 20s, boy. You meet them in the 20s, you be like, oh man, she's smoking. But boy, wait until she hit late 30s, 40s. She might put on some weight. You be like, oh man, and you all messed up now, boy. She was hot 15 years ago. Now you all messed up. You can't rise to the occasion, man. You all messed up now. Now you want to get rid of her. You ain't attracted to her no more. That's why girls go from base to base looking for a husband. Yeah, that's one reason why them girls go from base to base, bouncing from base to base, trying to meet a guy. They don't want to die by themselves. They're lonely. dated a Japanese girl who told me she dated a 60-year-old Japanese man for 10 years. Yeah, that's a common thing over there. Yeah, she's in the 20s. That's a good age for a 60-year-old dude. I mean, if she's 30, even if she's 30 or 40 and he's 60, that's a good age for him. Because he ain't doing nothing with his wife. If his wife is the same age as him, they're not doing nothing at home. He don't want that. He don't want that no more. If his wife is 60 and the girl on the side is 30, oh man, that's like a match made in heaven for him. He'll perk up, boy. Start smiling, eyes get all big. Shoot, man. He would, man. I'm telling him. He'll feel alive again. Like he still got it. Because his wife, she not doing none of that. She probably stopped doing that 10. Let me tell you something. They probably ain't slept with each other 10, 15 years. There's a lot of women you think sexless marriages in over here in America. You go to Japan. Women, you might meet a 35-year-old woman. She probably ain't had sex in 5 years. I'm serious. It'd be like that. These cougar in Japan. Older women looking for young. Yeah, older women be looking for young guys. But if she's 35 and she ain't had sex in 5, 6, 7 years, the Japanese guys ain't touching that. It's gonna have to be an older Japanese guy or some foreigner. I've ran into a few of them women when I first got to Japan. One girl told me she had sex in 7 years. At first, I didn't believe her until I got inside of her. I said, "Oh my God." I believe you now. Man, I didn't think I lasted for 10 minutes. I said, "Man, you're super tight." My God. Yeah, because if a woman tells you that in America, it's kind of like, she's full of it in most cases. I don't do this. I ain't done this in a while. You kind of know she's full of it. So that's how I was thinking at the time. But when she told me that, I kind of thought the same thing. But when I got up in her, I said, "Whoa, man, what's going on, man?" Couldn't even get it. I couldn't even get it in. Took 5 minutes to get up in there. Those are older women were trying to bang a foreigner. Well, yeah, they don't really have a choice. They're going without any kind of pleasure for so long. That's not healthy. That's not a healthy thing. Japanese guys are not much into older Japanese girls. No, they don't want no old woman. No, not at all. Hey, Shaw, what up? Is DM my new screen name is Malik and oh, what up, Malik? That grip is one of a kind. Been there, done. Yeah, it is one of a kind grip. Hey, I wasn't used to that, bro. Man, I didn't think that was my first time having that experience. I was like, whoa, man. Because I never been with a virgin. So that, to me, they said that's how it feels to be with a virgin like that. But that was my I guess uh semi virgin experience, I guess you can call it. Yeah, I busted that thing out all right. I'm telling you, I haven't given more than charity in America. Yeah, man, that's how it is over there, man. Man, I've had some crazy experiences when I was in the Navy, man. Some of this stuff, man. Some of this stuff I probably should. Some of this stuff I'm gonna start talking about in video. Some of the stuff is crazy. I've had some crazy experiences in Atlanta. I have some crazy experiences in Atlanta, man. Some of this stuff is just like Hollywood writers can't even make this stuff up. I'm like, nobody's gonna believe this. This is just some stuff, man. It just don't happen every day. you know, So it's now, but all those experiences back then taught me a valuable lesson that never get caught off guard. Never get never think that, never assume anything. And I'm never shocked about anything that a woman says or what a woman does. So hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'm going way back on y'all tonight. Some of my classic episodes from back in Japan. Have you ever had an Asian woman in America? In America, yeah, I have. Yeah. Yeah, but I was just a short-term thing. It wasn't like I didn't know her for a long time and we were hanging out. No. That was like a short-term thing, Malik. Yeah, it tends to it's, for the most part, Malik, it's kind of hard for us to talk to Asian women here in America. For the most part. That depends on where you live at, though. If you live on the West Coast, it's easier. But if you're on the East Coast, it's a lot more difficult. Yeah, I remember you. The only thing virgin is olive oil. That's funny. So, Shub, do you think Japanese girls don't want to be with brothers but use a consolidation brides since white guys are Asian and don't want them? I think a lot of women, just in general, but you asked about Japanese women for this particular point. I think a lot of Japanese women are gonna go where the benefit is. They get in where they fit in. That's what I think. I think they get in where they fit in. If they can get with a white guy and they want to get with a white guy, they're probably gonna get with the white guy. If they can get with a Japanese guy, they probably gonna get with a Japanese guy. They get in where they fit in at. If there's benefits there, there's money there. It's kind of like, excuse me. It's kind of like a woman. It's kind of like a white woman. Let's take a white woman for this illustration. Caucasian woman. You see a Caucasian woman. She got a big butt, big tits. She got big lips, and she started getting a bunch of attention from brothers, right? Now white guys ain't checking for a white woman that's like that. Forget about it. You know, I mean, if he is, he gotta have to be a backwoods, some white dude back that's a country boy. He might get with her, but that's the average white dude that work at the office. They're not touching that. But she's gonna start getting attention from a lot of the brothers. So even if she never wanted to talk to a brother, eventually she's gonna just bite the bullet and be like, you know what? I'm getting all this attention from these brothers. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna just see what's going on over here. Uh, she's gonna take the plunge eventually. So it's the same thing. You always been interested in Asian women? Why? I'll tell you straight. Most Asian females in Florida want white guys. Well, I think most women in America want white guys, but they can't get them. Most women that work at these corporate jobs want to get with white guys, but they can't get them. Most brothers I see with Asian females or women come from Asia. Yeah, that's a good thing. But if you bring them from where they came from, if you bring them over here, it don't really matter because they're gonna become Americanized. I don't think it really. Wherever the woman came from, and if you bring them over here, she's gonna become brainwashed. But they automatically assume that the benefit is with the white or Japanese guy. Yep, that's true. One step ahead. Oh, the women in Carolina. I think that's what you're trying to say, Carolina. I'm in Charlotte. Women are cool here. Women are cool. Depends on what you're looking for. I knocked off this Chinese chick in a massage parlor a few years ago. It was tight. She was shaking at the end. She was going through convulsions. Damn. What you did to that woman, DMR? God damn. Hit the like button. Stay out of the massage parlors, man. Stay out the massage parlors. Yeah, man. Most women want things that they can't have. Of course. Not the thing. You knocked it off hard in the massage parlor. Stay out the massage parlors, man. Keep your money in your pocket. Keep your money in your pocket. That's in most Asian chicks know how playing, and making the man feel like he is strong in her, but it's not. It's yeah. Well, I think a lot of women just in general are good actors, but I think some women do it better than others. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Some women do fake in the sack too. They fake orgasm, fake make little funny noises. Yeah, some women actually do this. Some guys do it too. I think that's horrible. Why you gotta fake in the sack? I mean, come on, man. Has it gotten that bad till you have to fake it? They got this fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make what? If you have to fake in the sack, just don't do it. That's what I say. Just don't do it. Just say no. This if you can't be with a woman like this. You gotta fake it in the sack. You gotta beg for sex. No, you can't be with a woman that's like that. You have to avoid a woman like that at all costs. You can't be with a woman that's trying to manipulate you with sex. She's trying to leverage her body to get you to do things, to try to control you. You can't be with a woman that's like that. It's just that's too much time. She felt that soul pull. She probably never had it before. There's a lot of distractions out here. And most women, I'm not saying most, but a lot of women are just distractions. This is why a lot of guys don't stay around a lot of women. Because it's like there's nothing there to stick around for. And a lot of women are kind of delusional. They think there's somebody that they're not. And then the reason why I know this, because they make excuses. They'll say, oh, the quality. If you ask them, hey, why are you single? The quality of guys ain't good here. He doesn't want to settle. They'll try to justify why they're single. No, the reason why you're single, because you suck. That's the real reason why you're single. You suck. You ain't shit. That's the real reason why you single. That's the real reason why no one has ever proposed to you. If you ask a woman, hey, how many times you been proposed to in your life? She'd be like, none. I'm like, wait a minute. You've been living for 35 years, 40 years. No man ever proposed to you or ever want to get married to you. She said, no. You suck. You ain't shit. Something wrong with that, man. Something wrong. Something ain't right. I've had women propose to me 4 times. So how come you as a woman ain't getting proposed to? What's really going on here? Well, at the end of the day, about results. If you're whatever you think of yourself mentally, if it's not coming into the flesh, if based on your actions, your way of thinking, your intent, something ain't right. Maybe you're not the person you think you are. And if that's the case, that's cool. You can still work on yourself. And this is an ongoing thing. This is not just type of deal you go to college and you put the books away. No, this is a lifestyle change. Forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. And the best part about it is you never have to start all over again. And you're going to be light years ahead of these other guys out here. Because the stuff that I talk about and the stuff that I write about, most guys, they're not even thinking on this level. Not even close. This is why they get taken advantage of all the time. And they're mad and upset. You done kiss butt all these years. Got nothing to show for it. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. You got to do better than that, man. You got to surround yourself with better people. And it doesn't have to be one woman either, man. Doesn't have to be one woman. Maybe you want to have more than one woman. I don't know. That's cool. There's no police around here to stop you. I'm not a moral police. So at the end of the day, you're only strong as the people that you have around you. And people are either pushing you forward or holding you back. And not anywhere in between. And not both things at one time. It's impossible. So, hey, it's been real. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Share it. Check out my website, badboysecretsclub.com. Any questions, any concerns, click the link below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.